going to be great.
It is going to be great, and in fact, it already is. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Topflight Tales. My name is Philip, and I'm the publisher, and I am ensconced by four true heroes, both on stream and off, but mostly on. How's everyone doing tonight?
Swaggity, swaggity.
I'm glad to hear it.
I sort of wish you'd just let us sit there in silence
Yeah.
for a little bit longer.
Honestly.
I was thinking about it, but then I was... You know who I felt bad for about that? Because, like, we have such wonderful people in our chat. I felt like that would just be, like, not as fun for them.
Oh.
But, yeah. But hi, everyone in chat. And hey, all you fans out there in chat, sports fans or superhero fans, whatever the term would be, I am here I'm here to let you all know that we are...
fans.
What fans?
Top fans.
Top fans? Oh, no.
And you could spell TOPP if you want to have both.
Well, who doesn't want both? But this is we are going to be kicking things off with a return to that Meridian story. So you guys will, out there in chat, will have the opportunity to dictate various elements of the storyline, as you will. We probably also will check in on one of our other storylines as well. So, you know, that's what we do on Topflight Tales, guys. It's an anthology series. Various things happen. I suppose, given that it was like a month ago, I do need to go over everything that happened in that Meridian Topflight Tales episode. Because we did that, and then we did 2 Lost Lore Academias, and then last week was Neon Flight. Also, KJ, can you talk about whatever burger you have? Because it looks really good. I don't want to call too much attention to it, but like it's
called a smash burger.
Okay.
And
from?
Smash burger.
Yeah.
It has meat and cheese and onions and pickles and ketchup.
Not to get too in depth and too into the weeds about this, KJ, but since this is technically a sandwich, is this the beginning of sandwich season?
Ooh.
No, I do not count burgers as sandwiches for sandwich season purposes. Okay. But I did have a pre-season sandwich for...
You're pre-gaming. You're pre-gaming for sandwich.
Oh.
Lunch. Yes, because I was missing some ingredients, so it's not officially part of sandwich season, but it was pre-season sandwich.
It does make sense though that sandwich season would start early because up until basically today, it has been so unseasonably warm here in California.
Mm-hmm.
And like you know,
went from like rainy and like 50 to 40 degrees every day to immediately 85 degrees.
And now it's
and then tomorrow, baby,
slamming back. Everyone, it got cloudy and kind of crazy today, and it got kind of cold. I went for a walk this afternoon.
Yeah, so I'm wearing
chilly, and now it's
sweater.
It's gonna get
riding out on the patio today.
Oof, bad news. There is a sandwich season, Galanorian Saber. It is a creation of someone on this channel.
There's always a sandwich.
There's always a sandwich season.
More information about sandwich season is being requested. Would you like to proselytize?
I was typing it out, but sure.
Okay.
Basically, every summer, I get obsessed with making the perfect sandwich because I don't want to eat hot food, so I just make cold sandwiches so that I don't overheat. But last year, it kicked off early. It started like mid-spring. I just got like an insane craving for sandwiches, and I just kept making sandwiches for like an entire 2 months. And then I don't know, it kicked off even earlier this year. I again, pre-season sandwich. I made a sandwich, but I was missing, like I didn't have spinach for it or anything. So like it was not a full-fledged sandwich with all the nutrients and everything. But sandwich season has started early. It's starting early because it was a pre-season sandwich.
Pre-seasoning sandwich because you didn't have all your seasonings.
Yeah, I did not have all. I was missing a lot. It was basically just it was bread, and then like meat and cheese.
So what you're saying is that right now you're more in like spring training for sandwich season.
Oh my god, Peter's and Keter report in like 2 weeks.
Spring mix training, more like it. Guys, I just want to make more
Ah.
sandwiches.
Zero
like that one. All right.
In my sandwich. Never ever.
No, that's fine. Nor should you. But it's often on menus. Well, enough about menus. Let me just go to the file menu of this machine. Okay, let's talk, everyone, about what happened in our previous episode of Meridian Salvation Part 1. So this is also kind of a recap for the players who may not remember all the details, for our viewers who also probably don't remember the details, for me, who doesn't remember all the details, and for Sierra, who has not heard the details as of yet. Although you do know the broad strokes of what it is, because you were like, uh-oh, that's a bad idea. So, in Meridian Salvation Part 1, we noted that the multitude of Meridians were a little bit worried about what was going on. But they sort of said that you have to let Meridian do what's right, even if it destroys her universe. We then caught up with Meridian and Ghostman on a Cape date, because the two of them are dating ever since some stuff in some comic issues we haven't seen. So Ghostman is not with Mallory, his longtime romantic interest, and Meridian is not with TJ Turner, who's her romantic interest, because everyone in Meridian's life, it's all double T names, like Tatiana Temple, TJ Turner. Don't worry about it. That's the thing. So anyway, Meridian, however, has a plan that Topflight East won't help her with, and she isn't even talking to Topflight West about it. It's something she's been thinking about and praying on, and it's a decision she's come to, and even Ghostman, who she was really hoping would maybe join this, he kind of said he couldn't help. But she does have some people she can turn to after some business that happened on her old home, Null Island, that's now been taken over by a bunch of actresses. How many? Well, thousands, quite frankly. So she then went to a Fiat operating base at a confidential location, and managed to chat with Michael, Billy, Rena, as well as Zeb, who he is, since Steel Trap is not around, he's just Zeb. Keep things easy, guys. Come on, he's just Zeb right now. You don't have to call him Zach. Steel Trap's not here.
I'll try to remember that.
To disrespect him by refusing to call him by his name. And yet somehow she's the charming one. Anyway, she gave these individuals infinity level clearance on a certain file called Temple Flight. Meridian then explained that the members of Topflight West had participated in some reality timeline altering that nobody remembers but them, a couple of other players who were sort of in the wind. I remember remember Nightheart, everybody? Remember how Nightheart's out there? Don't worry about it. And as well as...
Megan's just driving cool cars. She's not doing anything.
Yeah, she's fine.
We gotta worry about.
And basically how Synth Devil, after some other stuff that happened on Christmas Eve, Synth Devil kind of had to come clean to Meridian about who the final is. Synth Devil revealed that, in another timeline, you guys all died, and because they created like a god that could kill all the superheroes, and yada yada yada. Your arch nemesis is supposed to be Tatiana Temple this whole time, but I removed her from reality. And Synth Devil indicated this was all sort of getting things back to how they were, but he also kind of had to admit, okay, I might have changed a couple of things from what they had been before, a timeline thing. So the point is, Meridian was like, well, that's not okay. I don't know who this Tatiana Temple is. I remember her kind of from the 80s. I guess we have to go rescue her from the astral plane. And this is what she told to these Fiat agents, who are all like, okay, Meridian, you're the top superhero. So we'll do that with you. Also, there's some young man there named Dustin Howell, who's also trapped, you guys have to rescue. Basically, they asked her various questions of, like, how this would work. I know that they also sort of said that it probably does make more sense that you can't punish people for crimes they've never committed. You don't punish for pre-crimes. It's better to rehabilitate, etc. So they were kind of on board with this plan. They also figured that there are some ways that you can get to the astral plane. One is to travel into deep space and find certain kinds of, like, gravitational anomalies that can get you out of this realm of reality to other ones. Another would be to use the mystic arts. And another, which is a stranger one at all, is to visit the Prime Observatory, which is what Meridian sort of offered, some kind of multiversal travel that she could theoretically get access to for you. They also asked, are you prepared to, like, not bring this woman back if she's going to be a threat to the world? And Meridian's like, it won't come to that. And that was a big decision everybody made to have her say that. This game's fun. So, Billy kind of wanted to talk to Synth Devil, but then Meridian really was explaining, like, we really kind of don't want to tell Topflight West because they might try to stop us, and I certainly don't want to get into a fight with people. And Shinobi Red, for the record, is the only member of Topflight Topflight East, who she's worried might try to stop her as well. Even having the rest of Topflight East respect Meridian, they're not going to help her with this, but like if you're doing it, go ahead. But she's worried that Shinobi Red might.
Batman always keeps kryptonite around.
That's guys. That's what the reference is. Batman keeps kryptonite around. Meridian then headed out.
Cool, he does it because it's a cool thing to do, right? No other reason.
Yeah.
Batman, what a cool guy. Basically, there were also some confusion. Meridian made some comments about how, like, talking to Lumen might be a problem. She's definitely was talking to Synth Devil. Rena wondered if Meridian is racist against non-humans, but Michael sort of said the Synth Devil thing is because she's, like, very religious, and he is a devil. And as for the Lumen thing, Zeb told Rena to watch a video of Lumen talking to children at the 2022 Top Beach holiday party, which I think
he did great.
That's what KJ says, but I think that Rena probably would kind of understand why that video would demonstrate, okay, yes, maybe this person's perspective on the world is something else. In the meantime,
media training for sure.
Yeah. In the meantime, Michael went up and talked to Director Gallows, who activated a very intense anti-surveillance system and wanted to know what secret mission Meridian is requested her people for. She's not giving Michael an order to tell her, but she would like to know. He said he doesn't want to tell her yet, but he did mention it would be extraplanar, so it won't be an international incident kind of thing, more like all of existence kind of thing. Gallows reiterated, you have to give me a full report when it's all over, which I think Michael was like, yeah, sure. But she said, I would like to know before you guys leave the plane. I do want to know what's going on. And she added, Meridian is the greatest hero, which means she can hurt them the worst. She can hurt us the worst. She then looked at a little case in her hand, opened it up, and snapped it shut. Ooh, what's that about? Curious. Mysteries unraveling.
Did we, either as Topflight or as anyone, figure out how Tatiana figured out about the final and then made him?
No one has actually figured out how the trifecta made the final. No, you have not. That has not been a thing that has been researched, and it's something that is effectively impossible to research in this. Well, I shouldn't say impossible. It would be very, very difficult to research that in this world. You would need to effectively, you'd have to figure out everything they did by basically doing all the research that they wound up doing. You do know the three components, though. You know that there was something about ghosts, something about like science and certain kinds of magic, something about power galactic. Yeah, kind of what the Astromancer travels in, because that Narthex has that power galactic as well. So, with that, the group sort of carried on with their stuff. Meanwhile, Meridian went to the 3rd Street Church in Alpha City, but she did notice a devilish shape watching her from sort of off in an alley. She went there and sure enough actually found, brimstone and burn marks and things. So someone from hell is keeping an eye on her. I guess I should mention that this is all happening amidst the backdrop of Meridian. Like there are now 2 hells, which is double what Meridian doesn't like. So it's a tough time. I'm going to, what I haven't done, and I don't know if I should do this or I maybe should have you players do this. Meridian actually succeeded at a few checks last time, and I have not rolled to improve those.
Ooh.
Would somebody like to roll? Does somebody think they can roll real high on a D100 right now?
I could try.
All right, and I think Violet Tower, who we have yet to introduce, is frozen again, which is a bummer.
No, that's a 22.
Moved a 22. So Meridian does not improve her already incredible look. It will remain at 116.
Is that it?
Yeah. Next, let us have Meridian. Who would like to roll? KJ, why don't you give me a D100 roll? This is for her Charm Persuade.
95.
You improved it. Roll a D10. She was at 92.
9.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
101. Meridian just became even more charming and persuasive.
God damn.
Hot dog. Well, that's exciting.
Good gracious. Sorry, I can't swear in front of Meridian.
No, and nor should you. You should feel abashed to even suggest that.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go clean my mouth out with soap.
I struggle to not swear ever, and
Yes. Hello. Well, in any case, we'll endeavor. We may be having certain small connection issues, but hopefully they'll stop and the internet will just behave itself. For once. Golly. Remember when it used to be dial-up, guys? It was like so slow.
Oh my god.
So, with all of this in mind,
I miss that sound from logging onto the internet every now and then.
Yeah. So with all of that in mind, thank you for that is our recap of Meridian Salvation Part 1. Part 2 is about to begin. And at this time, I have two options. And I can potentially provide more context for some, because they've been in things you guys might not have all seen. Two options for a prologue. You may notice we didn't do a prologue last week for Neon Flight. Is that an oversight, or is that Neon Flight doesn't give prologues? I can't answer that. But
it's in the future, so why have something that happens before it?
You can't do a prologue on a show set in the future, because the prologue is now. All right, so your options. Option 1 for the prologue for Meridian Salvation Part 2 is Gaumond Auction House, which, for the record, is the auction house where Ghostman, as his alter ego, Fernando Perez, that's where he works. Gaumond Auction House. Option 2, a shop front in Alpha City. Recently leased.
Do we know either to whom the shop was recently leased or what the shop is called?
So far, there is no sign in front of it. It is a bit more mysterious. Ooh, Dan's going for 2. He doesn't care about Ghostman. Okay, just going for 2. All right. Oh, it's a tie. All right, chat. Starting in.
We already have 2 votes for 1 in there.
Oh, 2 votes for 1? All right. Well, I am going to call it in basically 1 minute from right now our time. So you probably have, I'm at 50 seconds, chat. But at 1 minute from now, I'm going to make the call. So.
Okay, you can do a lot in 50 seconds, trust me.
Dan, come on. This is supposed to be a...
Sorry, I'm not going to be here on Friday.
That's fair.
Meridian's here.
You can make a sandwich in 50
Meridian's not
seconds.
here yet.
I cannot make a sandwich in 50 seconds.
It's not
with that
a very
attitude.
good sandwich, maybe.
That was my.
there's
my
a vote for 2.
That was one of my favorite things, like back in the a long time ago. But when Devil May Cry 4 came out, and it had this massive install time of it took like 20 to 30 minutes to just install the game, which is now just par for the course. But their response to people being like, "What am I supposed to do at that time?" They're like, "I don't know, make a sandwich." Which led to
Remember when you
great-
didn't have to install games?
I do, yeah.
Guys-
Well, now I just download them, which is arguably much longer.
Option 1.
well, every
one
game is
for
100
vote.
gigs now.
Yeah.
So we're going
Option 1.
Option
Okay.
1 is 1. You guys had a Kern 3 showed up with a late entry with 2, so winning 4 to 3. We're going with option 1. All right, in Gaumond Auction House, Fernando Perez is going over various new, lots, items gonna be put up for auction by this esteemed place. It's like the Christie's of California, okay, guys? Actually, Christie's probably has a place in California. Anyway, that's the idea. But as he's kind of looking over some various lots, he gets a text on his phone. It's a text from Meridian. She's basically asking if he'd be willing to sort of meet up again and have another little, like a do-over date, sort of, like the one they had last time. He starts typing a reply. But then, Mallory, his on again, off again romantic interest, who works there with him, she walks over. And he sets his phone down and starts talking to her about the current, state of things. He did disclose to her, or she found out that he was going out with Meridian. Anyway, she puts a hand on his arm while she's talking to him, which we all know what that means according to movies. And as his phone continues to be untexted and he chats with Mallory about stuff, we cut to Meridian looking at her phone where the ... disappear. So he was replying, but now he's not.
Ghosted by Ghost Man.
Ghosted by Ghost Man.
See, this is the kind of sordid stuff that you number oneers got. We could have seen something so much more interesting.
Oh, poor guy.
All number 2 is just a new sandwich shop opened up. It has nothing to do with what's going on.
Maybe.
I will never know.
You'll know eventually.
That's not true. We'll know in a second. Not sure.
So as this happens, oh my gosh, the way Sierra's frozen right now is really funny. There, it's gone. She was frozen in a full laugh, and it was really good. So we will sort of say that Meridian is here, kind of looking at her phone and being like, whatever, and she kind of, with a little frustration, just puts her phone in one of the pockets all superheroes have. But then, actually no, I'm gonna take that back. Meridian texted him asking for a redo of the date. He started replying and then stopped, and now there's nothing. What does Meridian do? Does she send a follow-up text? Does she just put it away in anger? I'm going to ask the players this. What do you guys want Meridian to do in response to being ghosted by Ghost Man?
Is Meridian around anyone right now? Where is Meridian is the question.
I'm going to say that Meridian is has just landed at the Fiat base where she's meeting all of you.
Okay. So no one's in her immediate
no one's in her immediate presence. No.
I feel like she would just sigh and say, well, sometimes it's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure that she would be super at this
She'd
point.
be a little hurt, but not
Okay.
She would never let her hurt take her to a place of anger.
That is true. I mean, eventually she may, because
But right now,
superheroes
hopefully
are
we have
tested.
that character development that we
Too
crave.
early.
Indeed. Okay, so I'm getting 2 votes for she just suck it up and move on. Anybody?
Yeah, I agree
Any
with that.
rebuttals? Okay, cool. So
She takes a selfie and says, "Oops, wrong person. Sorry." She doesn't. I'm not voting that. I just think
She just goes over and throws both arms around Michael and Billy.
yeah.
Sends a picture. Whoa.
Or she texts, what's the thing? Dinner tonight sounds awesome. Can't wait to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That was for the wrong person. That strategy.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
Is it
Goodness,
with the
thank you so much.
Snapchat too?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think she's Snapchatting. She's too old to Snapchat. She doesn't know how that works.
Fair.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ben Hader. Much appreciated. Very kind. We appreciate that. Wow, that's a lot of subs. Thank you. So Meridian is here at the base. Billy, Rena, and Michael have been sort of doing some prep work. As sort of Meridian kind of enters the base and kind of nods to some of the guards, she also sort of spots a new figure, and I hope that's, I know Sierra's a little going in and out here, so hopefully we can get some of this. But Violet Tower is also a Fiat agent, a Fiat member, who Meridian has kind of been in contact with, and she'll sort of go over to Violet. Sierra, I don't know if you can. I think you can hear us, and I think we can maybe hear you. Do you have a description of Violet in your head? I know you've been working on this character for so long. I know you really have a lot of ideas about this person.
Oh yeah, completely.
We made
well,
this in the 20 minutes before we started streaming.
She definitely has the short hair because she is a demolitions agent. So, she would rather keep things safe for herself, but also maybe she just likes the flair a little bit too much.
Sure.
Who's to say?
Sure.
She is definitely pretty buff.
Got some guns.
Got some guns to her, you
yeah,
know?
Some,
oh yeah.
Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2.
Oh.
Or
without a doubt.
What's the actress from Aliens?
Sigourney Weaver?
No, like on the team, the Marine. Remember that?
Yeah. Vasquez, the one who plays Vasquez.
Vasquez. I don't know, whoever plays Vasquez, yeah.
It's also the Irish mother on Titanic. It's the same actress.
Oh,
I can't remember her name.
There you go.
Jeanette Goldstein?
Yeah, thank you.
Jeanette Goldstein played Vasquez. That sounds like an 80s casting idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as Violet, kind of Meridian walks over to Violet Tower and says, "Hi, Violet. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you've had a chance to review all the files and everything. Are you sure you want to join this team on this? I thought your expertise might actually prove useful for what might come up."
I will get you there wherever you want me to.
Well, all right. Well, here, let's come this way. I think we have a conference room, and she kind of nods. Director Gallows is not present, so there's no awkward whatever, but she kind of enters a conference room where Billy, Rena, Michael, and Zeb are hanging out, and Meridian will sort of walk in and say, "Hey, everyone. Hope you guys have had a good couple of days. I'd like you to meet Violet Tower. Violet is a demolitions specialist who I think I've worked with on a couple of times, just on a couple of missions from afar, so Violet's going to be joining our little endeavor here."
Great. Sorry, sorry, Violet. I apologies for the awkward pause. I was just sort of pondering the idea of why a demolitions expert would be useful. Is there now a new plan that we could blow open a rift to the astral plane? And how much explosives would that take?
We're about to find out.
Violet, I'd actually like for you to
Upon Violet saying that, Rena's just gonna put anything in a pocket that she can, just put things away, ready for a quick run if needed.
So Violet, if you would grab your D100, your percentile die and your D10, I think I'd actually like for you, as you think about that question, to make a calculate roll. And your target score here is 70, so you're trying to roll below a 70, but below a 35 would be a really hard job, and below a 14 would be amazing.
So if I rolled an 80.
If you rolled an 80, you think about it for a second, and kind of your answer is we'll find out probably stands, because in your mind you were like, how much would it take to blow a hole in reality? I'm not sure about, you can't come up with that number at the moment.
I need a whiteboard first, but I'm not going to admit that to anyone.
No.
I mean, I will say to Billy, I find a demolitions expert is the kind of person whose expertise you'd rather have and not need than need or not have.
Oh, I'm not. I by no means implying that we don't need Violet. I'm just sort of trying to ascertain the possibilities.
I'm also pulling up Violet's file on my pad without her noticing.
Sure.
I am aware that there is sort of the just slight likelihood, just the infinitesimal likelihood that a nuclear device might ignite an atmosphere and destroy a planet. But if we gathered enough of those, perhaps that would rip open reality.
Well,
but I don't know that we've been granted clearance to that level of.
Well, I technically do have clearance to some pretty large ordnance if I have to, but that is not what we're planning on doing. I just thought that I've worked with Violet before, and as you say, Michael, it's good to have and not need than need and not have. So it seemed from the last time we were chatting that you guys were thinking that going into deep space might be our best option. Is that still where your minds are, or have we rethought about that at all? Would we maybe rather talk to some of the spellcasters, or do you want me to try to access my multiversal connections? Is that What are we thinking based on your research and your plans?
Personally, I think that the deep space is probably still the best option, mostly because it's the closest it's the closest any of us have to being our own expertise in. We'd have to learn or understand the others, and that seems like a dangerous proposition when we're trying to split open reality. We should at least stay somewhat grounded to what we know.
Stay comfortable. I don't disagree. So Rena, and she'll turn to Rena since you're sort of the lead person. I know that you had some very high rolls kind of looking into this last time, but I would like for you now to roll I want you to do a navigate track roll under your intellect. And remember, you guys can spend power to give yourself bonuses or to re-roll if you ever don't like
I want to be under, right?
You want to be under.
Geez, 72.
Oof. Just barely under. So Rena, with a normal success and a just barely one, you have, after, I'm kind of giving your analyze that you have as a 98 as kind of a given, but I will say that you have, after a good bit of research, which is also a given because that's an 84. Yeah. So basically, you've done research, you've done some analyses. There really only seems to be one spot that, with the spacefaring technology you guys have, you could get to without tremendous difficulty. The problem is, it is in a region of space that is, actually, what would they call the whole region? I forget this. I have to look something up. I'm so sorry.
Deep space.
Deep space. There we go. I think this is what I'm. I think this is what it is, but it's so preposterous. It's an area called the Glebe, which is, if anybody knows about some weird like medieval stuff, but it's basically it is kind of the region of space that's a term for some of like the land that is kind of like around a cathedral, or like around like a kind of like in other words, you have to enter the cathedral's
Oh, because we're going to the cathedral right now.
You're not necessarily, but basically all Rena has found is that you're gonna have to get very close to the cathedral.
Will that be a problem, Meridian? I mean, that's heading sort of into enemy territory, right?
It is definitely not a place that we are most welcome. Narthex, who's the leader of the cathedral, is a sort of a despot and a conqueror, and sort of waging this sort of strange holy war about the power galactic, which is this power he possesses. And the cathedral is a major force. I've actually fought them on a few occasions, and Narthex he's a tough customer, but it doesn't seem like we have to go directly to their doorstep. It's just somewhere in their area of space. So perhaps if we're stealthy enough, this still keeps you in your area of expertise.
Perhaps we can maybe there's even I have no I don't my knowledge of the power galactic is not what I would call expert level, but perhaps we have stealth technology that would allow us to sort of skate by. Certainly there must be something experimental within the labs at the very least.
Most of our spacefaring technology is from other civilizations, but yes, we do have a couple of ships that have some better stealth technology. At least that's what I've understood. And the trick is, for us to get any kind of ship that could get us to the realm of the cathedral, to get us near enough to the area that Rena's identified, we can get a ship, no problem. Getting the most advanced ship, that might be more difficult to get approved by the director.
I know you didn't want to talk to them, but I understand there is a top sauce over from Topflight West.
Their ship could probably get us where we would need to go sort of so fast that it wouldn't matter. Their vessel is very quick. It's the flying saucer that they got from Team Tomorrow. The other option would be to reach out to Team Tomorrow and ask them for help. And I'm not opposed to doing that, but it is another step. We'd have to go to their area. We'd have to get to them and then request their assistance.
I mean, better Team Tomorrow than Topflight West, given the circumstances.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
Why can't we just ask the director?
We could ask the director. I don't know. I haven't fully disclosed all of our mission to everyone here, so I'm already asking for so much just for, you five. And she gestures to the five of you.
I mean, what's one more?
Well, I suppose.
It's still under 10. We're not in the double digits.
Well, I think that in terms of a proprietary stealth spacecraft, that might count as double digits of people, if not triple digits. I mean, you guys know how Fiat runs itself and it does care about its agents, but you understand, budgetarily speaking, the value of some of your technology and how it is, I've always said a $3 billion spacecraft is still not worth the life of a single agent, but I understand your policy is not necessarily in agreement with that perspective. So I guess I am wondering if so at this point we're gonna put this to a vote. Meridian, kind of thinking of what you guys have said, you have proposed there are three primary options here. One is for Meridian to go to Director Gallows and ask for special stealth technology they may have here. Two is for Meridian to go to Topflight West and ask them for their cool new toy that they've been using for the past year, to borrow it on a mission she won't tell them about. Option 3 is for you guys to take what space travel means you have and make your way to Team Tomorrow. They have a base out in deep space that is not super far from the cathedral, but not near it. It's a travel, but they would probably be able to help you, provided you could convince them of your mission, and it's just kind of you're adding some time and complications, and in terms of superhero logic, the likelihood that in order to get that from them, it's like, absolutely sure, you can have it as soon as we finish, this, space whatever problem, so you'll probably get roped into another thing if you do that. So.
But also, there's no guarantee if we go to the Rocket team.
Team Tomorrow.
Team Tomorrow.
I know Rocket Squad and Team Tomorrow, they seem similar, but yeah. They're there, yeah.
That they're not just gonna tell Topflight what we're doing.
If you voice that, Meridian will think about that for a moment and say, no, I think Commander Cosmic would. I think he'd understand if I say it's sensitive. He would definitely be able to keep this quiet. And the rest of the team, I don't think they would. No, I think they trust me.
But doesn't the captain have like a crush on armament?
Yes, the captain does have a crush on
Armament ain't there.
Armament's not there.
Armament ain't even there.
Oh, true. All right.
Now, will he immediately get an even bigger crush on Archetype? And the answer to that is no, he won't. Archetype is deeply unlikable. So,
and also, still maybe borderline illegal.
He's 21. He's 22.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Still a child.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's also so ripped. Did you guys see the artwork? He's ripped.
Pretty.
Jeremy.
Did he become that ripped upon gaining powers, or was he that ripped back in the other universe?
He was like lean and athletic, but like
okay,
not like preposterously superhero fit. He's
it's
like
It's like Tobey Maguire in the first Spider-Man movie where he just woke up tan
So if
and
he were
ripped.
sent back, would he lose all the muscles?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. And absolutely, it's definitely not from steroids. So, I think we're going to do this as, I'm gonna actually do this vote as kind of the way we did the first one here. This choice is going to be a player and chat vote, one vote for all. Your options are, so press A for Meridian to say, let's talk to Director Gallows, let's try to get a stealthy thing here. Option B is for Meridian to say, let's go to Topflight West and ask for their top-of-the-line ship. Or option C is for them to say, let's deal with Team Tomorrow, because I have good connections there. So, in chat, you are going to write A, B, or C. And I am going to run a counter on this for 1 minute starting right now. Players, you also can go ahead and weigh in with A, B, or C. And if you want to, you can just do it in chat, or you can hold up letters, however you'd like to do it.
I've already forgotten which one is which, but
A, Director Gallows, ask for a stealth ship. B, talk to Topflight West, get top sauce. C, travel to Team Tomorrow.
okay, well, I kind of feel like if we do A, getting that yes or no will be much faster, and then we can just go do Team Tomorrow right after that.
A good point.
So I have like a weighted answer if that.
So is
allowed.
but would that mean your vote is A?
Yeah, with a very strong plan B.
Understood.
Well, Plan C.
Get out of here.
Oh no. So Fractal is also A. Michael?
I privately messaged you my vote.
Ah,
Understood.
Wow.
Michael has privately messaged a vote.
ah.
All right. Well, with that, we have A, B, C. All right. I'm gonna just wait on. I don't know how many people are active in chat right now here, but we are. Suffice it to say, we're tied between two options. There is currently a tie between C and A. Oh wait, no, there's not. Just kidding. C has won. I just
What?
asked because one
Yeah.
vote was there.
Now we know what the
Yeah.
Now we know what Dan's secret was. So, as Meridian kind of thinks this over, she will sort of, kind of, she'll maybe even look kind of, like up the sort of out, so maybe interior window and see this, the large elevators that lead up to Director Gallows' office. And she'll sort of think, I'm just worried about what kind of can of worms it might open asking for any more from Director Gallows. No, I think our best bet is to go to Team Tomorrow. Besides, it's always good to meet more friends and have more allies.
not a bad idea if we're going to be traveling deep space.
Oh,
checking
yes.
in with the protectors of deep space.
Yes.
Makes sense regardless. But if they're going to be able to give us a ship that we'll need, all the better.
Wonderful. All right. Well, well, I guess.
But how long do you think it will take us to get out there, Meridian?
I can actually give these ships a little bit more of a boost myself, so won't be too long a trip. But are we ready to go now? Is there anything else we need to do here, or?
I just need to know how many. Well, are you going to be pushing the ship from the outside?
Not so much from the outside.
Okay. Then I'll just pack 4 Science and Congregation decks. Unless you want to play Meridian. I just figured you'd be busy if you're pushing the ship.
I'll probably be busy with other things, but I'm so glad that you'll have something to occupy you. At this point, Zeb will look up and say, so just to understand, Meridian, if you would like me to go ahead and put in a requisition order for a deep space vessel, I can go ahead and do that. Are we asking to leave at our earliest opportunity, or were there still more things you needed to see to here? Meridian says, I mean, there's always more to do everywhere, but I know that both top flights are looking out for the world, and I don't have any, she kind of looks at her phone and still no reply. I don't have anything keeping me here at the moment, so yeah, I can, I think we can leave whenever we're ready, unless, do any of you need more time for your preparations or considerations of things?
I can leave whenever.
I just need to swing by Top Books. Just check out a book or two, but I should be good beyond that.
Of course. All right, well, go ahead, I guess, Zeb, and put in the requisition order, and we'll leave as soon as it's available. He'll say, all right, very well, I'm going to go ahead and just put that in. I can use your priority code, right? Okay, great. So it's kind of cool to tap, literally just tap number 1 as the requisition order number. That's fun. And Meridian says, oh, well, you know. So as Zeb puts in this order, you guys have set yourselves off on this mission. The ship will not be immediately available, but it seems like it is going to be fast-tracked to some extent. Does anybody want to do anything else as these characters sort of before this thing? You certainly don't have to, but give an opportunity for, aside from Science the Congregation decks, of course.
I do actually need to. I wanted to go pick up some books on sort of string theory, quantum, any sort of quantum science, anything that might help me ground me on the idea of like multiversal theory and stuff like that. Just
sure.
So I can kind of learn some of the science while we're traveling out there. I'm not sure. Never been to deep space. I don't know how well the network is. So I don't know that I can just access anything in our archives while I'm out there.
The ship will probably have a good archive backup, but like if there's stuff that's not, you may want to go find more obscure text and things to have on hand. Absolutely. And of course, Science the Congregation text.
Yeah, of course.
So, with that, we're going to sort of shift back to sort of the mode of this game in which you guys are sort of more just helping Meridian as she does some other matters. So Meridian, kind of knowing that the takeoff will be soon, she's going to go just do a standard fly around of Alpha City. There is still no reply from Ghostman. As she's kind of looking around Alpha City, do you want Meridian to like text him something effective like, actually, never mind, I'm leaving, or do you want to just wait until the last minute to do that? I'll let you guys.
I don't want her to.
What do you want her to do?
I don't know. Not give a fuck.
Oh, understood. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think Meridian's desperate.
She's not desperate. I think Meridian is feeling very lonely though. Meridian is feeling
it's not desperation.
We'll get her space dick. It's fine.
Not even, I mean, that is a part of it, but it's not even that kind of lonely. She's just the whole Top Flight is not on her side with this. So she's
maybe because it's a bad fucking idea. I mean,
I actually think part of me also, KJ, just wonders if we don't succeed here, if you just blink out of existence in Neon Flight, but maybe consider that. But I actually think she would, just not even just in like a desperation move, but in like a conscientious leaving a note on the refrigerator before I go out to the desert kind of.
Actually, as it turns out, I have to. I'm leaving the planet faster than I thought. Hopefully catch you when I'm back, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's Pierce's vote. KJ's vote is.
I think that's reasonable.
Nothing. Dan's vote is that. What do you think? Violet Tower?
I think I
KJ's.
might be with Pierce.
Who earns?
Sorry.
I was saying Boo earns.
I was saying boo.
All right. So Meridian, while flying around, Alpha City, thinking about various matters, she begins to compose a text, just letting Ghostman know that on second thought, I'm actually leaving sooner than I thought, so, hopefully see you soon. Kind of non-committal, non-clingy, just like, out of the way. Is actually leaving. Okay, cool. However, as she flies, I would love for one of you, always a million voices are sort of being picked up by Meridian. No, take that back. She's not Superman. We've established she doesn't have that level of super hearing. So she does have to actively listen out. She has very good superhuman hearing, but it's not like, it's not Superman. So, Pierce, would you roll me a D100? As Meridian just kind of, let's see what gets through her ears as she's flying around out there.
71.
71. All right, so with a success, but not a hard success, Meridian hears a commotion on a street in Alpha City, sort of not far from Topflight Tower, kind of in downtown Alpha. So she'll kind of, chat, 1 minute vote on this. No way you won't do this, but option A, she'll go investigate. Option B, she'll go to church. Option C, she'll go to Topflight Tower just to see if she can chat with anybody there. There we go. That's fun. 3 options. She hears a minor commotion, but she doesn't sense any danger. So does she A, investigate regardless? B, does she go to church? Or C, does she go to Topflight Tower to see if she can chat with anybody there? Got a 1 or A from Sophia. We'll do a minute. A and C and B. Okay, so chat doing a great job. Just, I love it. Thank you so much. That's perfect. Players, you guys can also enter into chat. That's fine. Please be balanced. Please all be balanced and one of you abstain. That's what I most want. Okay, great. Well, so nobody's saying, so church is getting, church has 2.
There we go.
All right, so with that, church has 2, and the others both have 2.5.
So there's a clear loser. You're welcome.
Yeah, there is a clear loser. All right, so, all right, so as Meridian kind of is flying around, kind of trying to decide between checking out the commotion or seeing if anyone's in Topflight Tower, I'm actually going to have her decision be made by some other rolls then. Dan, would you please roll me a D100? This is going to be a look as Meridian looks up at Topflight Tower and see if she spots anybody in top forum right now who she could go chat with.
10.
A 10.
Oh my god.
Wow.
For Meridian, a 10... It's not a vital. She's not 200, but she does. That is an extreme success. She kind of looks up and is like, okay. What is Meridian's current luck? Okay. Great. Okay, cool. I will say that in Topflight Tower, we'll do... Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 5. She sees that Ice Queen is there.
Hell
sorry.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I could feel the sadness in you. So, knowing that it's Ice Queen, and knowing that the commotion is not there's no danger there, she doesn't think. KJ, where does she go? You gave the split answer, so now that you have more information, you can make the full call on this one.
Commotion.
So she looks up at Ice Queen and is like, I don't really. She's just gonna give me relationship advice, and that's not really what's going on here. So instead, Meridian will sort of fly down to this commotion, and it is interestingly at a storefront here in Alpha City, where a small crowd is gathering, and there's kind of some people sort of like shouting and saying like, no, this isn't right. And then there is, however, a man, standing right outside of the storefront. He's wearing like a suit, and he's saying, I assure you, it's all no. We're really only trying to help. It's all. We filed all the paperwork, and they approved us. The city council approved us to be here. And as kind of the crowd sort of murmurs as Meridian flies down, and she says, "What seems to be the trouble here?" And as she lands, she sees that a sign now has been put up at this storefront. Dan,
The fleecing seamster.
the fleecing seamster, and what the storefront reads is, "Hell on Earth, embassy from the new hell."
And y'all voted for a goddamn text message. I'll never.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I wanted to believe in love.
Oh, that'll fucking teach you. Oh my god.
I'm with you, KJ.
Oh,
God.
a hell embassy. Oh my god, that's rad.
And it's the embassy of New Hell specifically.
I can't imagine the paperwork. Oh my god.
As Meridian sort of lands there and kind of she just freezes looking at this place. The guy outside says, hello, yes, we're only just, I was just hired to just try to, please, do you want to come in? Simple one, guys. Y, Meridian goes in. N, Meridian does not. Yes, no. Yes, no. I'm going to do a minute on this one as well for chat and players. Players, please put your answers in chat. No, no. No, 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 no. Ooh, yeah.
I think she would because she has to inspect that nothing is like messed up in there.
Nothing is bad. Ooh, yes is winning. Oh, and he ties it up with a no. All right. Kurt, if you're out there, it's really going to come down to you. Oh, I love it. So this game system is meeting a pretty frequent problem, which is that it's just a tied vote every single round. Oh, there's a yes. We're gonna go with the yes.
Ayo.
So, as basically as Meridian kind of considers this option, she sort of says to this young man in the suit, "All right." She kind of gestures to everybody outside. Let's all just calm down for a moment. So she sort of walks to this storefront, and as she sort of holds there at the precipice, really not wanting to go through, she just does realize that she kind of, as the way KJ phrased it, she has to make sure everything's okay. So she steps into Hell on Earth. Inside, it is basically just like a, kind of like the, what's the term for where it's like it's like a retail kind of, it's just it looks almost like what like a campaign office would look like, in various places right now, but it has a lot of sort of pamphlets. There are a few people who are sort of wearing nice suits, and they're kind of like have little name tags, and they're just kind of like putting stuff together, and they all sort of freeze as Meridian walks in.
Are they humans or are they
all
devils?
humans? Basically people who just, answered a Craigslist ad for work, or whatever, it's, take what jobs you can get. But as she enters, Meridian kind of this young man says, "Would you like a bottle of water?" It's not from hell. It's from the. Oh wait, damn it! What was the name of our fake Amazon? What was the name of our from Topflight?
Oh
shit.
my god!
Hold on, I want to say the right thing.
I can't. Oh my god!
I really don't remember what the packages were called. Yeah. Anyway.
We didn't just do another river, right? That isn't...
I think it might have just been river. Whatever.
Oh, I think it was
the
just
river.
river.
It's the he'll just say it's from the river.
Yeah, it's such a bad thing. It's so nice. It's just from the river. I just went outside.
I went not from the river. The company. See, it's not from, or it's from a river in hell. Here you go. And Meridian says, I don't need water. I just, is there someone in charge here? And he'll say, oh, yes, absolutely. Back this way. And he'll say, excuse me, sir. And as Meridian sort of rounds the corner to the little office in the back, she comes face to face with Mind Lord Samuel Scott, whom you all last saw in the final issue of Formation Nation. And as Meridian freezes, knowing that this is a guy who can get into her mind, Nefarionis Delecticata, or Delecticata, Nefarionis Delecticata, Samuel Scott, also known as Mind Lord, as he sort of stands up and says, oh, Meridian, so wonderful of you to pop in. Have a seat, please. And as Meridian freezes, not sure if she should fight or flight. That's where we'll end Meridian Salvation, Part 2. Nice.
Boom, boom, boom.
Please join us for a brief break screen, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. It was really brief. I just brought it up.
It was very brief.
So you just gotta see there's a different look. So, that is the end of the Meridian story. For now.
Forever.
Meridian is up against Mind Lord, who's someone who she has said, we knew he was going to New Hell, but we didn't know he was going all the way to New Hell. So
that's like my favorite Han Solo quote in Empire Strikes Back is when he's about to ride out on the Tauntaun looking for Luke is, then I'll see you in New Hell.
Oh, that was a long walk, but I like where it got. A long Tauntaun ride, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Tauntaun went way out there.
I thought they smelled that on the outside. All right, so we are now going to do a very brief top flight game here. A quick little top flight thing, so you guys can switch to Lumen, Teleportia, Beowulf, and Archetype. Synth Devil, everyone is also, they're also all present. When last we left Top Flight, it was the holiday special. So things kind of have become a little bit, it's been a wild time for old Top Flight West. Yeah, the holiday special was our last one. Yeah. And you now have Olive, who is a Formation Nation member, who's kind of like leading your sort of, your team there. Media relations, event planning.
At her insistence.
Yes, exactly. So, I am going to actually give a little bit of quick agency to you guys. I have two options for this ready to go. Option one, given everything that's happening, do you think you would like to take a more proactive stance on what's going on in the burgeoning war between the two hells? Or do you think that Top Flight West would be focusing on more on the mazy or other more terrestrial angles? If you recall, there was a pretty intense, you guys talked through all the different, at the Formation Nation thing, there really was, a lot of chatting about what or Wild Dorado. Basically, which threat would you guys like to do? We could even have you go after the Wild Dorado problem.
I mean, Archetype has more of a personal connection to the whole Maisie thing.
Okay.
Well, Dorado seems like the more immediate threat, considering they just showed up with the final.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Lumen, just because we've seen the final before, Maisie, last we saw her, was just a creepy fucking doll.
Yeah.
I feel like the final is more pertinent to her.
I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go on a Wild Dorado mission, on the hunt for Wild Dorado. Okay.
Curly's
great.
gold.
Oh wait, what?
I threw the subtitle Curly's gold on.
Curly's gold. All right. Alrighty. In that case, we are going to be going to. Should I also have prologues for this? Are there prologues for
so.
a
I think
mid
it's
game?
fun.
Ah, damn. Of course you think so. It's fun. All right. Prologue options. These are going to be quick prologues. Prologue option 1. Top Beach. Prologue option 2. Actually, oh damn it, now I have 3 options. I have to pick between 2 and 3. Hold on. Yeah. Prologue option 2. Witch Haven, Massachusetts. Wow. You guys don't want to see what Olive's up to? Fair enough. So, basically.
The beach never goes well for us. It just feels bad every time we go to the beach.
It's cursed.
At the witch house. Pierce, roll me a d12.
Okay. 7.
7. Yeah, let's see. 7. God, there's so goddamn many of them. 1, 2. All right. At the witch house, Riverman is very, very carefully setting up a kiddie pool in the main foyer, into which he's placing various little floating devices. I think probably like Frog and Toad kind of walk up behind him, and they're like, "What are you doing there?" He goes, "It's about rivers. It's about rivers. I'm going to use my power of rivers to..." And he moves his hands at the many floating little pool toys. They just shift slightly in the water. And Riverman says, "As I suspected." But suddenly, there's a knock at the door, and he goes, "Ah!" And they go, "What? Sorry, that startled me." "A knock at the door startled you?" says sort of Toad, going to the door. "Well, yeah, I was so focused on rivers, I forgot about doors." Frog just shakes his head. "What does that even mean?" In any case, Toad opens the door and looks up and kind of says, "Oh, hi. Wait, what?" Standing at the door, it seems like it is just the superhero V, but it's not V. It's one of several. It's one of several Vs. And actually there are a group of them standing there, 13 to be exact. And each one, in the intervening time, seems to have adjusted her clothing slightly. So one is wearing almost like Victorian garb. One looks like her clothes is from the 80s. One is wearing like a bikini that is like very indecently cut. One is wearing a parka. One is wearing kind of like a semi-futuristic looking, kind of like go to Zara and find the thing that most looks like a space kind of thing. That's the vibe. So as these 13 Vs are here, the one in the front, she's the one dressed kind of like she's from like an American town in the 50s or 80s, or like a movie about the 50s made in the 80s. That's how we've described it several times. She'll sort of say, "Hi, we were hoping to talk to the Guild of Secrets. Is that you guys?" And Toad goes, "What the? Oh, yeah, I mean, you've met us before, right?" And she goes, "Oh, well, I don't remember all of you. I mainly remember this other guy." Anyway, Riverman kind of goes and says, "What, excuse me, what are you all doing here?" And she says, "Well, we've come to talk to you about a new opportunity, something that we've all found. Can we come in?" Riverman goes, "I mean, if you were able to find the house, I guess you honestly can come in. I don't, no one's really in charge at the moment, but yeah, come on in." And so as 13 Vs in varying different costumes enter the witch house. That is our prologue. God, so goddamn many prologues here. One of them might be carrying a small parcel with her that she holds like it's a dear little baby. Okay. Anywho. Meanwhile, Beowulf, Lumen, Archetype, Teleportia, Synth Devil, and Captain Eldritch are hunting down a lead. They have gone to Whiz Bang, Montana to find another ghostly, in this case, a ghostly cowgirl. Her name is Apocalypse Cassie. And she is someone who was loosely connected to Wildorado back in her time alive. She has recently also returned as a ghost. And you guys are in the middle of a fight with her. So let's roll initiative.
Oh my god. Forgot how to play for a second.
You know, so it goes.
Yeah. Alright.
So it goes. Good old Apocalypse Cassie. All right.
Hell yeah.
And you guys have your hero dice. I'd recommend just burning them quick. You know, this is meant
All
to
right.
be this is like a backup story, you know, a sort of a shorter thing, so you can yeah. Awesome. Okay, so is anybody 20 or higher?
23.
23, Lumen, way to go. All right, anybody 15 or higher? 15 or higher.
17.
17, Teleportia. Get in there with your portals. Come on. Okay, your allies are actually 19. Archetype, what are you at?
6, baby.
How are you doing, Beowulf?
13.
Wow.
Not natural.
Understood. 6 for old archetype. All right. And then for Apocalypse Cassie herself. All right. Lumen, you're up first. So basically, you guys have come to Whiz Bang, Montana, which is a sort of like
place.
it is not a real place. It's a
Okay.
but it's a it's kind of like a it's a sort of like Western themed amusement park.
Okay.
And you guys had come here because you thought that there had been a sighting of this Apocalypse Cassie, who you know has connections. So basically, this is you guys really have flushed her out, and you're in a now evacuated like old Wild West ghost town that has various rides and things at it. You know, like Big Thunder Railroad style kind of
Hell
sort of
yeah.
stuff like that.
Sounds
is the vibe.
fun.
So as you guys are here, we're going to cut to you in the middle of a fight already. We're not charging you any sort of like no one has lost any health, but I will say many of you are covered in like green like you've been slimed basically. So there's ectoplasm all over the place, and Apocalypse Cassie kind of as this sort of starts, she's just like in the middle of the street having just got all of you kind of with her sort of her various she's got sort of she's doing trick shooting, and she is riding on a horse that is also a phantom horse. Ooh, where have we heard about those before? So as she's kind of just doing like, hi, y'all are never gonna catch me.
I guess Volo Blast.
All right, so as you Volo Blast her,
21.
a 21 will not hit Apocalypse Cassie. She is very if I will, however, allow you to retroactively add die to that if you want to.
Oh, well, I guess I'll roll advantage for the D4.
Okay. Oh no, sorry. If you want to add, you could roll something on top of the you could increase it by spending.
Oh,
your
well,
time.
okay, yeah.
You don't have to also, but
I just a D6.
You can throw a D6 on for sure.
It's a 4.
All right. With a 4, a 25 does hit her.
Okay, cool.
Also, yeah, you only do one Ball Blast. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, go ahead and do your
That
damage.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
Super low.
14. Yeah.
14.
I got a
Understood.
2, a 2, and a 4.
A 2, a 2, and a 4. That is a bummer on your 3d10.
Yeah, then the +6 for the modifier. So.
End of your round. She's going to do this kind of like this ghostly shiver thing. It's like, well, that's not very neighborly of you, and she'll just kind of fire some more ectoplasmic goop your way, Lumen. Does a 19 hit your armor class?
Yes, but I'll barrier of light.
You sort of barrier of light, and it's this it's a real Nickelodeon slime just splashes out of this kind of wall of light, and she goes, well, that's Well, that's dirt no fun at all. I'm Apocalypse Cassie. Okay. Let's see here.
Can I use my hero d20?
Please.
That was a 2, so kind of technically very close to being a 20, but not.
And yet also, in a much truer sense,
Yeah.
incredibly fun.
Well, first things first, I'm gonna use my bonus action to channel a character.
I love it.
I forgot you were an armament. Oh my god. I just...
37.
37. Okay. All right. 37, he says. Sorry, I'm just doing the, I'm going to my sheet. Sorry. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Sorry, there's so many things I have to check on this sheet. I need to make a smaller one, but we're not doing that for today. Perfect. Great. 37. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is not an inconsiderable one. I have to... It's a bear, I'm almost 90% sure. You are channeling Doomjaw, an evil fae from Here Be Dragons who was never met, only referenced. Doomjaw, so basically you have, I'm going to give you, you'll have Eldritch Blast, you'll have Fairy Fire. Is there any, like, can you think of like an evil, like a darker fae spell that would make sense? I can't think of any other fae, like
Power Word Kill?
No, you don't have Power Word Kill, but you do have Fairy Fire, and you have
Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, Tasha's, Hypnotic Pattern.
Hypnotic Pattern, that could be fun.
Oh, that's good.
But Doom, I'm gonna, let me read, I have Doomjaw here, sorry, I've got a...
Arms of Hadar?
Phantasmal Killer?
I think... Okay.
Mound of Madness?
Right. Never mind.
Otto's Dance. Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Take it all away. Doomjaw is a three-eyed werebear, okay? So Doomjaw is a werebear, is a giant bear with 3 eyes, who has an iridescent appearance, floats off the ground. The fur shimmers like he's been drenched in oil. So he's like, it's like a bear in an oil slick. He's like matted down and black and like...
This is the coolest thing.
His eyes glow in eerie purple and red fuchsia. He has a wild demeanor, shuns society, couldn't be bothered to have created a domain of his own. He, like Archie, is a archfey at large. So basically, You're getting an archfey. You're getting a dialed down thing of an archfey. Being a werebear, I'm gonna say you will have it said he offers no gifts and his jaws are doom. So I'm gonna say that you will have a tremendous bite attack. It will deal. You can do 2 per round, and I'm gonna look up how werebears, if they have any additional things, but you can do it twice per round. It will deal 3d12.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna go then as my action. I'm gonna go do a couple bites.
Okay.
First one, I'll spend my d4 for advantage. That's not a 4.
Okay.
Okay, but still get advantage. I rolled a 3 and a 1. What is my tip plus? Nothing is gonna make me hit on this.
A 3 and a 1. Yeah, you're not gonna hit no matter what, but you do get another attack.
Yeah. Pierce, the one thing I rolled the 1 in is the liquid core die you made.
Oh. And your plus and your modifier in this is 9.
Okay. Well, that's another 3, so I get a plus 9. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spend. I'm gonna use a military destroying agent on top of that.
Why not?
That puts me at math is so hard. 16.
It is. We know 21 does not hit.
Yeah, I'll throw my D10 on top of that. That's 8, so 24.
24 does hit.
Great.
So with that, you lock your jaws onto her, and I'm kind of doing a riff of what a traditional werebear does. She technically has to make a Constitution saving throw. What is your save DC for your powers? It'll be up at the top left.
17.
She does pass, so you have not infected her with Doomjaw's evil. That being said, how much damage did you do with your 3d12?
It's my +4 to hit, +4 to damage?
Let's do. Yeah, you should do. What's your proficiency? No, it's +6 to damage. It's all from your channel aspect. So yeah.
Okay. So then that's 21. Pretty bad damage roll.
21. Hey, it's yeah. Actually, you guys have not done much damage to her. Basically, so Lumen has blasted her. She goes, well, I'll be a varmint with 3 eyes. I thought I'd seen everything in the realms of the dead. And Apocalypse Cassie will use another legendary action to try to attack you as well, Archetype. She actually doesn't roll great. She rolls a 16. What is your armor class?
19.
Ooh, she misses you. Green slime just splatters the dirt nearby. Probably, kind of your werebear form. You managed to get like an arm up, and it just kind of splatted on the ground. Your various allies are going to go. I'm going to say that Synth Devil is simply going to try to sort of say something of like, I still believe we should be focusing our efforts on the burgeoning situation in hell. Speaking of which, and he will sort of point and cast a Firestorm. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do one of those. So that'll I'm just gonna do average damage on that. And then Captain Eldritch will anybody have a request for Captain Eldritch? Otherwise she's just gonna like try to do damage. Anybody want to call out a support spell or anything?
No.
That's at 778. Okay, cool. Then yeah, she'll just
I'm here. That's all the support I give.
She's gonna Eldritch Blast a bunch. Hit. Okay, so in any case, as I add a good bit of damage there from just the two of them are just sort of pouring damage, and she's like, hey, y'all, Teleportia, it is your turn.
I'll do a warp beam.
Okay. Damn.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20 on a warp beam. All right, with a natural 20, Teleportia. I think we all know how this goes. Teleportia, first of all, would you like to spend your D12
Yes, I will.
up your damage dice? So please roll that. And if you roll a 20, oh boy.
That's a 9.
Okay, it's just a 9, no problem. So you are going to do 40 damage from the beams from the first. Now roll 4d8. And we're gonna add that to 45 because you get max damage dice for the first 4, and then you're gonna roll 4d8 additional. Nice.
$16.
16 plus 45 is 61. That's a lot. So as basically Teleportia just whacks her with this, she's saying like, well, fire can't hurt me. I'm a ghost, and what is this you're trying to hit me with? That hurts a little more, but, well, what tarnation is that? As you just whack her with a warp beam. All right. Plus that, it is, however, as you've smacked her with that, it's gonna be her turn, and she's gonna say, I'm tired of this. Come on, Lightning, let's show them what we can do. And she is going to attempt a trample on the area as she sort of rides her horse. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Can I try to do a redirect portal?
Because this is not an attack, it's like an area thing, it's harder to get out of the way.
Can I roll my d4?
You can roll your d4 first to give yourself advantage on the roll for sure.
Okay, I got a 3.
That's a nat 20 again.
Hey, nice.
Jesus. It's strength, right?
It is strength save, yes.
Yikes. Okay.
I'm using a second military destroyed agent.
Okay.
That's gonna put 23.
23. Her save DC is 18. You failed, Beowulf? Or you're okay?
Oh, no, I rolled a 30.
Understood. So everyone who succeeded will... This is a real save or suck thing. It's pretty high.
I just know that KJ rolled 1 under, what that face was.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that face very well.
So basically, as you guys... Actually, I technically have to roll for... let's see, for Synth. Synth rolls a natural 20. Synth just like flies up like, miss me with this. And Captain Eldritch also passes. Forgive me, I've been reading a lot online. I'm picking up some slang. Lumen. So this really does suck because this is a real like save or suck situation. So everybody else either gets out of the way or like holds their ground and watches, but just this phantom horse like runs right over you and you're like, what the? And before you know it, you are trampled. Lumen has now been slimed. And you do take 43 points of damage.
Oh.
That's more than half. Oh my god.
That's what it's a save or suck. It's you if you get out of the way, you're fine, but if not. And as she goes, oh, I only got one now. Come on, Lightning. And she kind of turns back around. Mad that didn't do more. At this point, it is Beowulf's turn. Actually, Archetype. Oh no, wait. When she does that, she does not provoke opportunity to sort of trample a bunch of people. So yeah, that's fine.
I do not care if you are a ghost. I will cut you in half, and I will. I'm just preemptively going to spend my D8.
Okay.
Here.
Sure. So
That's
you can just
5.
You can just roll all of them right now. I love it.
All right. So, first attack is a natural 1.
Great. That one just passes through her kind of ghostly form, and she's like, "Ha! Hey, well, look at you."
Second attack is a a 15.
15 also does not hit.
Yeah. Third attack.
Please don't miss all of them. That would be too sad.
No, that's a 24.
That one will hit.
Oh.
Okay, and then last one is the 14. So one of them will hit.
So as Beowulf just well, I mean, it sort of makes sense because like she is kind of immaterial, and though your sword has some magic to it, you're just kind of hacking through. But one of them is like, hey.
I think all the same though. I will spend it on the one that hit. I'll spend a D12.
Sure, why not?
Okay, that's not a 12. So that will be 3D20.
3d20. Go for it. It's not bad work if you can get it. Did he roll ones? He rolled ones. He rolled some ones.
I rolled 2, 3, 4. That's 12 points of damage.
2, 3, 4. That's below what it would have been on like D. That's below what it would have been on D6s.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, 12 points. Well, this was supposed to just be like a fun little fight, but okay. In any case, in response to that, she will sort of like whack you with some shenanigans as well. However, probably not. That's only a 13 to hit.
No, that does not.
Very low on that. Okay, so like, hey, what are we? The gang you can't shoot or chop straight. Archetype, it's now your turn.
Actual chomp time.
All right. So as you sort of just rush forward, as this. Oh, also you don't run. You like glide. You like hover in that kind of like. And
do I technically have a fly speed right now?
You don't have a fly speed. You're just like you're hovering like 3 inches off the ground.
Okay.
Dripping what looks like oil. She goes, this thing again. What turned? I thought you just what the huh?
So one. What is that? It's one's a 15, but one's a 26.
Hits. The 26 will hit.
Okay.
3d12 plus 6.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible. That's another 21 points. And then I'll spend my D8 for an extra action.
Love it.
That's not an 8. So two more attacks
though.
Okay, one's like a 25, which will hit. The other one, I will spend my last military historian D8 on. So yeah, that'll hit. It's like a 20. Now that makes it like a
23 is what you guys are looking for. Yeah,
makes it a 29% is 18 plus 5 is 23. Yeah, great. Got 2 hits. First one, 16, 24.
24?
Yep. Second one.
Okay.
Gee, I rolled on all of these rolls except for one. I've rolled a 1 on one of the D12s.
It's a real bummer. It's a real waste of a D12. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one is. God, this is my worst one. This is 19.
Yep, that's she's. I mean,
What's
she is not.
Fought much harder fights than this.
Yeah. You know what it is? Also, it's probably because like you're all just sticky, and like it's just like unpleasant, and she's like. You'll even
For the
hear
record, the
whispering.
average result on 3d6 plus 12 is 25. 25.5.
3d6 plus 6, but yeah.
Plus 6, I mean. Plus,
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's plus 6.
25. Yeah,
3D6
you've been under almost every time.
Yeah.
I will just do the curse because I'm mad. God damn it.
Yay! I was
Yes!
waiting. I was waiting.
It is tradition.
I was just gonna walk away when you were doing it because I'd realized, but anyway. So basically, as this is all happening, as the round ends, Captain Eldritch will sort of say, "This is so obnoxious. Can someone shut her up?"
Actually, after Connor's turn, I was gonna roll my d20.
Go for it. She said that then, no matter what.
Yeah. I am heeding the call.
Yeah, because it's not this ghost woman that's obnoxious. It's
This is the
obnoxious.
first time it ever happened. I
did
rolled
what?
a natural 20.
Natural
Oh!
20.
Yay!
So congratulations. If this goes,
We ever arrive at the end of the round again?
yeah. I really don't think we will, but go for it. All right, so take your new turn here.
All right, so I will start swinging this greatsword again.
Yeah.
First attack. I forget. Can I add the dice afterwards to the roll, but
Yeah.
before I know the result?
Yeah, for sure. That's usually the.
Okay,
You can't
I'm
do
gonna-
it after I've said if it hits or not. Yeah, so you do it.
Right,
before,
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add the D10 onto this
Love it.
one. That was a 1 on the 10, so it's a 3 on the die. So that's gonna miss. So I'll take my second attack. I'm gonna roll my D4.
Just I just imagine it's like your hands just like coated in like ectoplasm. It all just like smells weird and like just like no one has a grip on anything, and she is on this horse like kind of non-corporeal.
Yeah. I spent my D4 to get advantage. I did not roll a 4.
Perfect.
Okay. So there's a we're looking for a 24.
23.
23. Okay. Okay, that's a 25, so that hits.
Go for it.
And what the hell? We're just gonna add my last hero. I'm just gonna add the D6 on for damage.
Okay.
That is significantly better. Is this a... That's a 9. Okay, so 10, 16, 28 plus 5, 32 points of damage.
That is significantly better indeed. All right. She's in very bad shape. In fact, she's in such bad shape that she'll just, as her kind of legendary action here. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, she has a legendary action. Oh wait, no, that's the end of turn, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my bonus action
Yeah.
for
Lumen
my
goes next. Yeah.
my inspiring rest to give Archetype back a hero die of his choice.
Oh, perfect. All right. Love it. I love it. At the end of your turn, she will make an attack against you. Does I think a 21 hits your armor class, right?
21 does hit, yeah.
Okay. She'll just kind of, goop you for, let's say, she will goop you for like 17.
Okay. Hey, quick question about this goop.
Yeah.
No reason in particular, but is this goop is it poisonous?
Nah.
Okay.
It's not poisonous.
No reason.
All right. That ends your turn. Dan, which die did you get back?
The percentile die.
Oh, fun. Lumen, it is your turn. I don't know that I don't know that we'll get there again, but because you're a bit of the way down. But Lumen, it is your turn.
All right.
If you want to spend dice to up your
All
chance
of
of
them.
hitting or whatever, yeah.
All of them.
Well, maybe not. You can roll and then decide.
Fine, but the
It's
answer
like-
is unchanged.
Well, you might want to keep your D12 in case you roll high.
Fine. 28.
28 will hit. Do you want to use your D12 to roll higher dice?
Yes.
All right. Then you may roll 3 D12 and add 6 to the roll.
And if you want to, you can just throw all the other dice in for damage.
That is also
Yeah, I
true.
want to.
I do want to.
3d12 is cocked. So that's a 7, a 6, and a 1. Oh my god.
Okay.
So what? It's just one die higher, right?
Yeah. So wait. Did you rolled 3 d12s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a 7, a 6, and a 1.
So 13 plus your 6 is 19. And are you adding the rest of your dice as well?
Yes.
Roll all of them then. You're in. She might do it here. It's gonna be up.
13, 6, and 1.
13, 6, and 1 is 20.
So.
Right? 13
Yeah.
plus 6 plus 1 is 20.
Yeah.
And you had previously rolled 13 plus 6.
Yeah.
What were 6, 7, and 1 were the 3 on her d12.
Yes. Yes.
6, 7, and 1 is that's 14 plus 6 is 20. You've done 40 points of damage.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Ayo.
Fuck.
She's gonna slime you because she can. She knows she's in.
Fuck
I'm
that
sorry.
off.
But her slime to you will not hit because it's only a 14.
Good.
Okay. I feel a little dumb let it because the amount of damage that Synth Devil or Captain Eldritch can do to stop her here is just it's like they're going to do this. So instead, I'm gonna have them both cast like probably like Synth Devil's like Chains of Carceri while you know like Captain will just like dominate monster. They're both just like stop her right there. So she will fail against Synth Devil, but succeed against. She will, however, succeed against Captain Eldritch. So she is held in place. Teleportia, if you'd like to make a warp beam shot, I think you'll take her out if you can hit with minimum
All right.
damage. So make a roll.
All right. Got this. I'm gonna add my d6.
Okay. Just get into a 23. That's all we need to do.
Yep.
Fun little fight he planned for this. Yeah, okay.
Okay. What was it? Alright, yeah. So I used my d6 and I got a 4 on it. Then it made it 25 now.
20 with a 25, you are able to. She's just gonna. Y'all can't catch me here. This ain't fair. And you kind of warp beam her, and she sort of is stunned there. And at this point, initiative is over. You guys are all just irritated. Lumen, you're covered in goop. Beowulf, you're also covered in, you got some goop on you. Teleportia, it's your portals have little whatever. Archetype, you are covered in a different slime as you're sort of like hovering there with this kind of aspect of this sort of beastly thing, this bizarre kind of like oil-slicked three-eyed bear with these fuchsia glowing eyes as you're just kind of hovering there. And you don't really fully turn into this person. It's more kind of like it's like a projection over you. You can sort of hold that for a few moments, but here you guys do now have, and Synth Devil, sort of as he's kind of moving his fingers with the flames tracing around, he says, "She is held. Ask your questions."
So he's just holding her in place, right?
Yeah, basically he's using kind of like
Lumen will
chains
cast
and
light
heavy-
bubble.
Oh, perfect. Okay. She's like, oh, this feels just the worst. Oh.
Wow.
I was just trying to have a little fun. I don't know why y'all had to be so rude about everything.
While Lumen is kind of just slowly wiping goop off, she will ask, "Where is Wildorado?"
Wildorado? That no good rattlesnake. Well, I haven't seen him in, except for that one time. Well, I mean, Wildorado, he isn't the easiest fella to find. But at last I heard, Hey, if I tell you this, will you let me go?
Where is Wild Dorado?
Well, I don't want to reply to you if you're just gonna be mean to me about this. I'm not the one who summoned me back from beyond the veil after all.
Foul spirit.
What?
She is the most righteous of us all.
What?
She is your best chance.
My best chance for what? Getting free?
Continuing.
Oh, that no good varmint Wild Dorado. He's always pulling me into schemes and things. He's the reason I died in the first place.
Really? How'd that happen?
Oh, well, I was a little sweet on him, you understand, and we were being followed by...
Lumen is just slowly going to turn her head at Archetype while she's talking.
Well, there's always a story there.
Basically, well, in any event, he sold me out. He let the lawman catch me and told me he'd be right behind me. But then he made his getaway. When I rode out on lightning and we got torn to pieces by the rangers. They just... And we went... But then we came back and we were... like we are now. And at the time, I thought he just must have gotten something in his boot and didn't get out in time. But then later, I realized he set me out as a decoy. He just made his way out through the sagebrush. Oh, Wild Dorado. But I can't stay mad at him. He's still handsome after all, with his mustache and his crooked face and all his scars.
Right, so
Where
where am I find that crooked
is-
face?
Wild Dorado.
Well, I don't know precisely where he is, but I do know But I will tell you if you let me go. I won't have much time left on this mortal plane anyway. I've expended most of my ectoplasm on all of y'all. I'll rest again for a time, but you gotta let me have a little more fun before I go. It's hard for a woman on the prairie, after all. All right, it's not that hard for a woman like me who don't got no morals or gumption or nothing. You're looking for Wild Dorado. Last I heard, he booked himself a ticket to hell, but not the way ghosts usually have to go. He found his way there in an invited guest. He ain't stuck, like many of our former outlaws, being tormented there, his souls or whatnot. He's still a ghost, but he went there because of some, I don't know, some other friend of his he found.
What friend?
Well, I don't know. Somebody said he was all gray and kind of scary. I figured maybe he was a rebel soldier or something, but then they said, no, it wasn't that gray, you idiot. And I said, don't call me an idiot. And then I scared them right. But they were also a ghost.
Which hell?
What?
Which hell?
Which hell? What? There's more than one?
Now there is.
Can you describe which hell he might have tried to go?
Well,
And also at this point, I also made a portal to the showers so that some of us are able to kind
you
of
just turn on a
wash
shower
off, like-
somewhere and you're just speaking like, she goes, what in tarnation? There's water pouring out of... I don't know what kind of hell. I only thought there was one. Now you're going to let me go or not? I told you everything you want to know.
I will look to Lubin. Do I kill this one?
No, I guess not.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She's the righteous kind. Very charitable.
No, I didn't say we were letting you go. I just said we were...
Well, what would you do if we let you go?
Oh, I'd just ride around a little more. I wouldn't bother anyone. I'd look for the deer and the antelope playing out there and under the big sky. Where are we, Montana? I'd just look at the big sky and say, "Hooey, this is a fun time." And I wouldn't find any children and scare them at all. Not one child would I scare.
Lumen is gonna... Oh, shit. Lumen's gonna, like, poke at her bubble and be like, is
Is defect?
this working?
No, I'm promising I wouldn't. I mean, unless they were, I'm not gonna scare a little kid, but maybe teenagers. I'd scare them. I'd scare them real good. I'd creep up behind them when they're trying to get sweet and they're out in the kind of find a secluded spot, and right when they're getting sweet with each other, I'd pop up and I'd say, "This is what happens when you're a bad kid like that." And I'd probably shoot them with my ectoplasm, and they'd get all covered in it. And then I'd laugh at them as they try to pull their breeches up.
Okay, but see, Lumen, that's kind of funny.
Well, thank you, handsome gentleman. This
And
one
also,
gets-
while aggressive, I don't know that that's
oh wait,
necessarily
you're
the
not
wrong thing to do, preventing teenage pregnancy. I mean, so I guess.
Archetype. How long does your form last? By the way,
It does not specify.
okay. It probably is meant to last just for like a combat round or whatever. So I'm gonna say that
A minute or something.
I'm gonna say that you turned back into yourself. That wasn't that scary bear. Otherwise, she would have said thank you to the scary bear. But in any case, she goes, "Yay! So what do you say? I'm just being nice, and I helped you, and you can maybe let me go, and I won't even shoot any of y'all on my way out."
Do you know?
It's gonna
where-
poke her bubble again. Like, is this thing?
I won't. I'm telling the truth.
Do you know potentially anyone else that might know where he is?
Well, if you want to find Wildorado, the best place to look is for the kinds of sort of, enthusiasts in the deceased who really sort of caught into his whole energy. The people who love his sort of outlaw vibe. But they're the same people who usually bring me back from beyond the veil, myself. But they especially love him because he was quite an outlaw. And again, in his time, and also still, oh boy, he does cut a handsome figure, don't he? It's the mustache. Makes a girl get ideas, if you know what I mean.
Well, I think I understand. I think it is your voice that makes it sound like everything you say is a lie.
Well, I lie on occasion, of course, but
No, but yes, I think it is just your voice that makes it all sound. Even I trust
Yeah.
in Lumen's magic before I trust in many things.
I suppose we can just let you go if you are just aggressively protecting teenagers in an odd way.
Well,
Which saloon would he visit?
Which saloon would who visit? Wildorado?
Eldorado. Yeah.
Oh, well, he liked a lot of saloons, but I don't know a specific one, and I've never been to hell. I've always been able to escape that curse. But if there's a saloon in hell, you can bet he's in there finding the bustiest barmaid there is. Sweet talking her with his mustache. Making me all jealous. I killed a lot of barmaids in my time.
Oh my gosh, just let her go.
Only sometimes because I was jealous, also because it's kind of funny. Because they got those their feathers kind of shake funny when you shoot them. All fancy ladies, yeah, I don't care. You know who else I shot a lot of was Undertakers, because I thought that was what they call irony.
Can
Synth, for the love of this world's god, please let her go.
Very well. He releases her. She's like, well, thank you kindly. I'm just gonna get back on. Come on, Lightning. You still got some pep in you. All right, well, until we meet again. Oh, I used it all up. Darn, darn it. And she begins to sort of fade away. Well, next time I see you, I'm gonna give you both beers, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna come with a lot more. You guys, she's gone.
That was more unpleasant than Florida.
I hated every second of that.
I don't even want to keep the boot goblet that I found.
No, it's
Feel
probably
like-
pretty disgusting.
Synth, are you able to figure out which hell she is in? Or Wildwaro is in?
There is a lot of traffic in both the old hell and the new.
And Lumen is still just slowly taking slime off.
Yeah.
Is there not a trusted oracle?
There is.
Or
I feel that I would know
soothsayer.
if Wildorado, or especially the final, had entered old hell. That is where I have my allies, and where I have encouraged us to throw our backing against this new version of hell which rises. That is why I strongly suspect that Wildorado is in the new hell. Which means, or at least that he has gone there, and if he is courting allies there, that means that New Hell may be gaining an ally in the form of the Final, which is not a good thing.
Well, I suppose we are now going to New Hell then.
Oh no! We're going to bring our might to attack New Hell? Oh dear, this is not at all what I was hoping would happen. But I will assist you in this goal, of course, and I can call in some additional forces.
It is also your voice that makes everything sound.
That
Like it
did
doesn't-
sound like a lie, yes, and it did,
but
it
I
did
am not
very
in
much
any
sound
bodies
like.
of light.
No, you are
Suffice it
not,
to
but-
say, I would never lie to harm you.
No, I understand that, but it did sound like you were hoping we would go to New Hell and fight.
Yeah.
I will confess, I would like to take the fight to these upstarts. And now
Okay.
we have reason to.
Fine. Okay.
Wonderful.
Just be careful, okay, since we don't know the new rules for this hell.
A good point. And we have already fought someone from there, and she was quite formidable. And that was on
before
our
New
turf.
Hell fully formed.
Yes. Well then, let us begin our preparations.
I will lean into Lumen.
I don't.
Is that a joke? I did not. It was not funny.
No, he definitely thinks he is the funniest of us all. He laughs so much.
He's just very excited.
I knew. I knew a man like this before. He had his arms ripped off by a demon. Laughed the same way.
Wow.
Well, that's upsetting to hear.
And on that note, that is where we'll end this issue of Topflight Tales, featuring a story both about Meridian and her team, as well as the story of Topflight West having a really unpleasant fight. Yes, Lumen, I'm so sorry.
question.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. How long after the Christmas episode was this?
It's
for
that sort
Topflight?
of uncertain comic book time. I'd say it's probably like a week or so, maybe.
Okay.
You know, not like huge time hasn't passed.
Mhm.
That kind of thing. My guess. Comic books do very weird things with time, where like a story that is told over the course of 12 issues will take place like in story over like 3 days, but then it's once again Christmas. You know.
Right.
Like there's kind of
Yeah.
a weird sort of like time is very flexible. So yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, everyone, and thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed our sort of multiple things here. I think we do have some thank yous to say. if
We
you
have
wanna- if you wanna
so
do those
many.
now. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Go for it.
We had 4 raids.
Yeah.
4
Right.
raids.
Yeah. So thank you to
Woohoo.
Live from the Apocalypse,
Hello.
Distal's Place,
Hello.
Enchanting Sorcery,
Hello.
and what was that? And Guarida Arcana.
Whoa.
You know, with this many raids, I think we got to make sure our perimeter security is good to go.
I was gonna make some kind of Shadow Legends joke myself, in honor of Jed. but
Jed.
yeah.
We also have to thank Ben Hader 2015.
We
do,
simply must.
in a huge way. Thank you so much for doing that.
For
That's very-
donating several thousand, aka 10 subs, as well as cheering a bunch of bits.
Very
Thank you.
much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks everyone, and thank you also everybody for the Meridian section for your participation in the voting. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but it was very fun, and especially how many times it was deadlocked. That was great. So much appreciated. We have some other games on this channel. Join us on Friday for Blood from a Stone as we continue on the Dreadland Express as Count Dracula prepares to board. On Sunday we are back with Strange Lore, which is really heating up out there in the Hamptons. On Monday we're back with the next session of the Dreamlands, where we'll see what this kind of eclectic group of agents of chaos and powerful magicians and plastic minifigures, what they do in their hopes of stopping that. Speaking of which, I'm sorry, the past couple days have been a little hectic on my end. I will get the rules up for the vote, or at least the options for this first vote up.
Cool.
The downtime is still sort of in flux, but yeah.
I can't wait for you to retroactively make a rule that all previous pet actions will be a negative.
Oh yeah, I should. Everyone who petted
You
Georgie,
take a pet. From
it's like you've used up your abilities. You won't get a voice. All right, so and then 1 week from tonight, we are back with more Topflight Tales. So join us for that. Maybe we'll check back in with Neon Flight. Hopefully, we have a lot of storylines here, so hopefully we'll check in on those based on what players are available and what makes sense in the moment. So thank you so much. Very fun stuff. Go to our Discord to interact with us. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes, and go to the wiki that Sophia and others have contributed to, where you can see sort of how these games connect. And I think we have more and more shows have more and more kind of links to or just summaries and recaps and stuff on them. So it's really cool stuff. Would any of you like to mention, plug, complain, anything you'd like to say?
Dan, are you streaming anything yet?
It's just been tech week and shit, so it's been pretty busy. But I'll be back to it either later, probably next week.
Oh yeah, because we got Murder in Karlov Manor is out now, right?
I think pre-release weekend is this weekend.
Oh yeah. The pre-release just happened. Sorry, there's the
flavor in this set is incredible.
It does seem very fun. And then I stream stuff on my channel. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays normally are video games. Friday would be the next coming up, and that's Control. It's more my spooky or creepy game time. And then Sundays are the best thing I do, which is read Animorphs from about 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. So come hang out, drink coffee, cocktail, depending on what part of the world you're in. Someone who hangs out there is in South Africa. So and listen to some trauma of child soldiers.
Every time you pitch this, I'm like say less about this. What are you doing? This sounds upsetting.
I don't know. Have you read any YA books?
No,
I trauma
guess
is
at
the
some
point.
I have. I don't continue reading YA. I read light fiction, like.
Are you an emerging adult?
Emerging
now?
adult, yes, or new adult, yeah, that's what I read. Boy, yeah, very good. Well, yeah, check out the Animorphs, fun on Sunday morning. Yeah. Insert no doubt reference. On Sunday morning. That's a good song. Well, thank you everybody for watching. This has been a lot of fun. We appreciate you all out there. Until next time, have a top night.